What's up, everybody? My name is TJ McClelland. I am the broker of Fitness Realty, and I've got Nicole Borba right next to me from Truly Title. What's up?
Hello, how are you, TJ?
I'm doing amazing today. So I'm excited for this episode. One, just to get you on here. Number two, give us some cool information about Truly Title, which I know is just blowing up like crazy, even in today's market. And so it just seems like you guys are doing something that's really correct. And so I'm excited to kind of showcase that. But first, I want to thank everyone that's watching and always supporting our channel. I love you guys. Thank you so much. You're just amazing. All right, Nicole, give us a little bit of background before we just dive right into business.
I have been doing this for almost 30 years. I started in 1993. I'm not even sure if you were born yet, were you? No, just kidding.
Yep, I was.
I got into it just right out of high school. My mom was a loan officer at the time, and she worked next to a title company. And I started from there and just worked my way up. Love being an escrow officer. I've had some great experiences, met a lot of great people, built a lot of relationships. At this point, I'm not even sure what else I could do besides title. So I love it. I have been at Truly for just a little over a year. I came to Truly because of all of their technology and personalities. It's a newer title company to Utah, but everybody that's at Truly has been in the business a long time. So it's a new grouping of old people, essentially.
Nice.
I have no doubt that if I have a question on anything, I can go to anybody there. It's really good. It's a good group. Excited to be at Truly Title.
That is pretty cool. Something that I kind of want to point out there is that since it is new, it's got kind of a flashy, cool color. It's got some awesome things going. There's always a bunch of hype at Truly. Always love your guys' events. One case in particular, when we were all eating tacos, I can't remember if it was a Cinco de Mayo, I think it was what you guys were running.
Yeah,
it was so much fun, and I ate so many tacos.
So did I.
Oh my gosh. But it was a really good time just to catch up with everyone. I have closed a bunch of times with Truly, and it's just a good product. I like what you guys are doing. And something that I wanted to make sure everyone knew was that what you said about having a group of people that are really knowledgeable of it, in the industry. So it's not like a new experience about brand new people. It's
Correct.
Like a new way to do title from people's point of views that are like, how could we fix this if I was king for a day or queen for a day? And then you guys like fix that, which is so cool.
That's a good way to look at it. Like I said, there's so much knowledge at Truly. Everybody's been in the business for years and years. So, and I think everybody in our industry right now just needs to think of new ways to go about business. You know, you've got to change with the times. You've got to keep up with technology. Plus, you got to have fun. I mean, You have to have a little fun too. Title is boring, but we try to have fun with it.
Right, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, and title's kind of like one of those things that's so highly regulated. It's like, what could we do to spruce this up? But you guys have seemed to find out how to do that. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we're very limited in what we can do for our clients. The insurance department wants to keep title companies just so we can all compete. You know, some of your bigger title companies have a lot more money. And so that, I don't know. It's kind of nice. Sometimes it's frustrating because you'd like to do more for your clients. Mm-hmm. So I kind of feel like a volunteer worker, which I don't mind.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Well, something that you said in kind of your intro about that your mom worked at a mortgage company next to a title company, and that's kind of how you landed into title. Mm-hmm. That is pretty rare for people in this industry to kind of find their particular area so early on in life, because most people are like, well, I was a title person, then I went to be a lender, and then I was a realtor for a little while, then I went back to lending, you know, and so that's pretty cool that you just like, I'm just going to do one thing, you know, and do that one thing really well.
I've had opportunities to go into lending and maybe real estate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be honest. I feel like I know title and escrow. I don't feel like I didn't want to jump in and learn something new when I already knew this. I didn't feel that I would be able to service my clients as well as I can in escrow, if that makes sense. So go with what you know.
Right. That makes a lot of sense. Well, and I have a question kind of to piggyback onto that, what you just said. You said title and escrow. So a lot of people only know title or they only know escrow. So can you kind of walk us through what is the difference there and how does that work in Utah comparative to maybe other states if you want to just dissect it a little bit for us?
Yeah. So title and escrow are essentially separate. I am not licensed in title. I don't have my title license, but I did start out in our title plant. I'm able to read chain of titles, abstracts. I can go through those. I don't do the actual title searches. We've got our title department that does all of that. And escrow is more of the handling of the money and but communicating with the real estate agent, your buyer, your seller, your lender, and handling all of the money. I thought about getting my title license, but then I thought, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like I know enough about title. Like I said, I can clear issues on title. If it's something above my head, I've got my title guy right down the hall.
Yeah. So that's cool. Does Truly Title have all of their people in-house, like just all at the same location, or how does that work for you guys?
Our title manager, yes, our title manager is in our office. Our legal counsel, our attorney is right down the hall. Our president's there. Our owner is in our office quite a bit. He tries to get to all of our locations. We've got several locations in Texas, in Florida, Arizona. It feels like a small title company, even though we are larger, but it has that small feel. I can walk down the hall and talk to my title person or my attorney. So that's good too.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, give us what is one of the most fresh ideas that Truly Title's kind of brought on before I just kind of say one that kind of stands out to me that I really enjoy?
That's interesting because we're on different sides of that, right? So I like our technology. I really like our prospecting tool for agents and lenders. We're always just kind of thinking of what could we do? How can we make the closing experience better? More fun, more detailed to every client. So I'm curious, what are your thoughts? What do we do that?
So right off the top of my head, my favorite one has been the events that you guys throw. So like networking events, because I'm always interested in kind of getting our name out there. And it always kind of gives me a space that is a sphere that I would not have normally kind of been involved with. So when you guys bring people together and I get to go, and my mom got to go with me on the last one, and it was just really a fun time. We usually go together anyways, but it's always just fun to get into a sphere that we don't normally have. And so your guys' events are always fun. They're always more energetic than I think that a lot of other companies throw, because I'm always like, I mean, you've shown up to one of those like events and you're like, oh, this is just going to be boring.
Yeah.
Or when I show up at your guys', I'm like, I know I'm going to have a good time.
Well, and that's, like I said, part of it. The title side, it's boring. It's really not that exciting, and we've got to have a little fun while we're, and especially now in this crazy market.
Especially right now.
We've just got to keep our heads up, and we have to keep smiling and just keep going and make those connections. And that's why, as a title company, that's what we can do for you, is bring you together with other agents and other lenders and have fun.
Right. No, I've really enjoyed that.
Good.
Something else that I've really loved is that your guys' CE classes aren't the run-of-the-mill, like, junk CE classes. I mean, right now, everyone is running CE classes because it's like, hey, we got to build those relationships back up that maybe during the crazy refi boom and the, like, just crazy market, people kind of let that stuff kind of go a little bit. So I kind of applaud you guys for actually coming out of the box with a CE class that really drives the market. So especially for people that don't know, Brian Knockless, is that how you say his last name?
I believe so.
Yeah. So he taught the last CE class that me and my mom went to, and it was in a big giant movie theater, and there was probably, I don't know, a couple hundred
Wasn't it fun?
in there. And it was so fun.
It was so fun.
Like, the CE class was about technology and like social media platforms and building your presence online. And so I was like, so this is the stuff I really want to know, you know? And so it's like, when I got to the class, I was excited about the content because it just wasn't normal crappy content of, because everybody's running CE classes, right? But this was like next level. So I really wanted to say, you guys are running awesome. You know, it's looking good.
I'm glad. We got a lot of good feedback from that. Brian's amazing. Yeah. I think he's planning on coming back in January. Don't quote me, but we'll announce it.
Okay, well, I will definitely be looking forward to joining in that one because I think that material is just rock solid. I do find that I'll bet there was probably 20 to 40% of that room that was probably like, I have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah, you were definitely one of the ones that knew what he was talking about, could follow what he was saying. Yeah. Yes, I'm one of those that was thinking, what was the jabber? There was Jasper. A lot, and it was a lot of information thrown at you. And like I said, you're one of the ones that understood more of what he was talking about than some of the other ones that were there. But it was everyone still had fun. It was it was fun.
It was a really good event. I really want to say like a plug into those that I would love to have maybe like, I don't know, about 3 less slides or something, but just enough time in the middle to say, hey, let's all kind of mingle down around outside, like in the little eating area or something, and just kind of mingle more. I mean, I loved the material. But I also am like, man, I would have loved to like mingle with some more of the real
talk to some of the people and see what they were getting out of it and say, that's a good idea. I think what our goal was, we know people need CE credit, so we didn't want it to drag on too long if people didn't want to stay. But that's a good point. I'll bring that up and see if we can implement that in the next one.
Yeah, well, it's super hard to balance the I've got a timeline, and if we get audited for the state, the class has to have a certain criteria and material. I always am like, okay, balance those. Good luck.
Yeah, show this, and then let's talk about it for a minute. And that does make a lot of sense. I'll bring that up and see what we can do. Maybe extend it another hour and break it up like a little bit.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. The value piece that I really got out of that was, I mean, tons of the technology stuff, but I wanted to kind of put it on this channel, is that the Jasper.ai that he did talk about is all of the artificial intelligence to write blogs, social media posts, and you can literally like put in your ideas and how you want it to sound and just hit a button and it will start writing for you.
Right.
I've actually written a bunch of blog posts with it, and I'm like, this looks so good. And so it's pretty awesome. I think in my space where I'm at right now, it was so high level. I just need somebody else to write all that content, or somebody to push the button on Jasper, or if I have some free time, which I have loads of it right now, I guess.
Right now we all have a little more. That's that is a lot of feedback too right now that I'm getting from people that went there to the classes. You almost need a clone yourself, you need somebody else to do all of that. I'm sure TJ, you're creative and you have all these ideas, but can you fit everything into your workday? Maybe now you maybe have a little more time.
Yeah.
So why don't you train one of your kids to push the button?
I have thought about that, and it seems like they would probably be way better at it than me, which I think would probably just accelerate it through. That's a pretty good idea. Maybe I'll have to teach them how to do that. Because he was talking about some people, to get into that blog space, you need to be doing like 100 something a month. And I was like, well, that's like 3 or 4 or 5 a day, or 100.
That's a lot.
Did you say 100 or 150 a month, something like that?
Yeah.
A crazy amount that I was like, that's not possible. And then he was like, here's Jasper and the AI, and that looked like it could get you to that point. But also I was like, man, you got to do like 3 or 4 of those a day. Like, where am I going to fit this in? I have no idea, So yes. Yeah. Maybe I'll train one of my kids. That's a great idea.
Not a bad idea.
That's not child labor. I can
raising some future real estate agents.
Right. On that note, that's kind of funny because my daughter loves homes. She used to show homes with me, and she would actually like take the clients around and stuff. So I think she kind of lost a little bit of that flair, but I think she really wants to kind of go down that road one day, and so that might be kind of cool.
Well, there's different areas. She could be an interior designer, maybe an architect, something.
Yeah.
She doesn't have to be a real estate agent.
Right. No, very true. Well, give us a couple of like, what's the top thing that you offer with Truly, just so that we know why we should choose you out of thousands of people in the industry.
Yeah,
probably.
we're everywhere.
Yeah.
So me personally, I'm pretty flexible. I don't mind traveling. We've got an office in Ogden, Sugar House, Midvale, Spanish Fork, and West Jordan right now.
Wow.
We'd like to open an office in the Draper Lehigh area, and then just keep expanding. If I can't physically make a closing, we do have mobile notaries. There is a small charge. That's an option. And we have what's called a RON, a remote online notary.
Wow. Cool.
So, we have closings where people are deployed or working overseas, and it's hard for them to maybe get to the embassy to have documents notarized. So we can do an online notary, just kind of like what we're doing here. It's a FaceTime thing. That's a great option. And I think most title companies have that, but I'm not sure. That works well. And like I said, if I can't physically be at the closing, I can set up a notary. I am not an 8-to-5er.
Nice.
That's not conducive. That's just not normal. Most people have jobs 8 to 5. So if I have to do a closing at 6 or on the weekend, or, I've done closings in parking lots on people's. Hi, buddy.
Say hi.
Hi.
This is Xander. Everybody.
Nice to meet you.
What's up, buddy? What you need?
I'm hungry.
Oh, he's hungry.
Me too.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, well, when we're finished, then I'll come and feed you.
Okay.
Okay. Say bye, everybody.
Bye.
Say bye,
Bye.
Nicole.
Bye.
See you later. Oh, he doesn't look like you at all.
I know, right? They're all carbon copies.
I know. Anyway, we can make closings happen anywhere, anytime. Because, like I said, most people work 8 to 5, and that's not fair to make somebody take time off if they can't and they want to close on a house.
Yeah, no, I really like that because that shows an extra level of customer service from you guys. I've closed at other title companies selected by the client, and I'm always like, well, one, I don't know what kind of crapshoot service we're about to get, but the other side of it is sometimes that title company is so hard about the hours or when they got to meet that it just doesn't go well, and I'm like, well, I told you not to pick them, but whatever, it happens.
Yeah, 8 to 5 doesn't work in everyone's schedule, so And bring your kids. If you have kids, bring your kids. Bring your dog if you need to.
Yeah.
It's fine.
That's so cool.
Whatever works,
Yeah.
It's good. I've changed diapers in closings.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's more power to you. I would not do that. Oh my gosh. Well, before we wrap up, I want to point out some interesting things that are sitting behind you because I want you to say.
Oh no!
I was gonna bring it up.
That's the bat. My husband hung that up for a Halloween decoration about 7 years ago. And by the time we all remembered or saw it, because it's pretty high up, it doesn't look like it's that high, but it's pretty high up there. And I can't reach it to get down, and I'm not getting a ladder. But so by the time we realized it was there, it was almost Halloween. And so we thought we'll just leave it up. And then it just went from there. And now everybody expects the bat to be there. If you come to our house, oh, there's the bat. There's the bat.
That is so cool.
The Chiefs flag. I'm a huge Chiefs fan.
When did that happen? Are you like a bandwagoner or okay?
For as long as I can remember, I have been a Chiefs fan.
Really?
And I don't know how. My family wasn't really into football.
Yeah.
Well, my dad's family is. They're all from the Bay Area, so they're split Raiders, Niners fans. But I've lived in Utah since I was 6, so that wasn't an influence. I don't know. I just love the Chiefs.
Yeah, most of the time people in Utah, they're Broncos fans. So
nope.
This is so odd. I always ask people how they kind of became that way because it's always like there's usually a weird story or like you were just so young. You were like, yeah, Chiefs, that's it.
I just picked it.
One day they're going to be good. Maybe that's what you said.
And one day they were, and it was the best day of my life when they won the Super Bowl.
Right? You're like, yes.
It was.
It only took 30 years. Just kidding.
It was so amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's so cool. So do you fly their flags like on your car? Do people ever take those down?
This is actually a flag for a side-by-side, an off-road,
Gotcha.
And my husband's not into football, but he is into off-roading. So that was just at the Moto United, and it says Chiefs, and so we stuck it in there, and it's been there since they won the Super Bowl. Well, I put it there on the day that they, on the Super Bowl, and then it's just ever since. So nice.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Me and my decorations.
Right. Love it. Hey, that's what makes us who we are.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that's so cool. I really want to say thanks for taking the time with me. Thanks for showcasing Truly Title. I know you guys are just rocking it and killing it. A little plug for you guys is there's like a Facebook group that's growing by about 100 people a day.
Right.
I'll probably leave a link for everybody down below if they want to kind of check that out. Some of the industry professionals around us would be cool. So I know you guys are just growing like crazy, so it's kind of fun.
Yeah. We really appreciate you too, TJ. Like I said, I love you're creative, and I love your posts. You're funny. You get it. You got to have some fun,
Yeah.
Can't all be title and real estate all day.
100%. Well, thank you so much. All right, everybody. This has been episode 75, which I can't believe we're actually saying that. That is insane. I just wanted to say thank you one more time to Nicole. You guys are awesome, and just really appreciate you and all your time that you've spent with us and all of your time that you've helped us grow as well. So really wanted to say thank you, and thank you to everybody that's out there supporting us and supporting our team. We cannot do this without you, so I really am appreciative of all of you guys and everything you do. Love you guys, and we'll see you next time.
See you.